Hi, I'm Jeremy Farnell. Was just at the Buddhist temple this morning and went there to do my assignment for getting myself out of my comfort zone, checking out another culture of some kind. Being a Christian myself, I don't necessarily have a true understanding of what their religion actually is. All I have is what honestly Western movies have given me. Um, Basically, they just wear orange robes, talk about Nirvana a lot, and not the band, but the actual enlightened stage. Um, just a lot of chanting, a lot of live and let live sort of deal, almost like an Eastern sort of hippie. Prayer beads and giving out hugs at the airport, though I may actually be wrong on that. Um, but I was actually quite surprised. I wasn't actually allowed to enter into the chanting service this morning, but I did get a chance to walk around the campus. But I stood outside and listened, and some of the chants, and I wasn't most of the ones that you know about are like the 2 hour sessions of the Om chanting, and that's not entirely what I heard. I heard a couple of different variations, a talk. I just sat there and listened from the outside a little bit. Part of the reason why I couldn't honestly, wasn't allowed in was because the service had already started and I was running a little bit late. But as I was sitting there listening and going around the campus, I actually learned a few things, and it was pretty cool. Honestly, they believe in this idea of Four Noble Truths, and the idea is that um, there's the idea of getting to a enlightened stage or a level of enlightenment that takes you beyond the required senses of humanity, to detach yourself from human emotion, and your selfish desires. Once you are beyond your own desires, then you reach an enlightened stage, which is what they call nirvana. And for me personally, I mean that's fine. I'm not one to tell somebody that they're completely wrong without cause, but I don't necessarily agree. Um, but that's gonna make this take go really, really long. But culturally, it's a very, very beautiful culture. Very, very disciplined. Um, More disciplined than I think a lot of Westerners can actually put together. Um, and that's just the idea that you would deny yourself your normal needs and desires is just a bit beyond the most. I mean, we can't go 5 minutes without playing with our iPhones here in the West. And to be a true Buddhist, your desire to be that for that kind of connectivity, that kind of idolatry, that kind of desire to be accepted because of a social norm is not necessarily frowned upon, but it's to deny yourself that it would put you in a very high esteem. Um, and that to me is very interesting. I mean, to put what you want and you're essentially what makes you who you are to achieve this enlightened state is daunting. I don't think that I personally would be able to be up for the task. But ultimately, it was a very, very enjoyable experience. Found the culture to be the cultural artifacts that they have, the different area, the campus itself, to be very beautiful. And I actually, would actually enjoy to spend a better day than we had today there. It's very, very pretty, and it was interesting to kind of get to know something that I didn't know. And